Hi guys, Jill here, and I have the other two 12 tags of 2015 tags to show you from my version of Tim Holtz's tags. This is May and June. So let me show you May, then I'll show you June. Okay, so May, I guess the focus was on ephemera. And so this one, he used the photo booth images, and I didn't have the photo booth, but through all of his paper collections through the years, he's always had some pictures in them. And I'm not sure if it was wallflower. I'm pretty sure it was. There was a 12 by 12 sheet. And it might not have been. It might have been another one. Anyway, through one of his collections, he had a 12 by 12 sheet of pictures. This was one of them. So I took that one, cut it out. I did slim it down a little on the sides, and he tinted it. So I took my markers. Her hair, I just used the markers. Her face, I just used a little bit of them with water and my water brush. And same with her outfit. I used cracked pistachio and just ran a little bit and deepened it a bit. I was careful not to peel the paper. So then I just aged a little, and then I stamped on it. He used rub-ons. I just stamped it. So this is corrugated paper, the DCWV stack, and I just adhered it to a black tag, and then put more of that texture paste on, and it takes color really well. So I put the cracked pistachio. I used, I think it's not Blossom. Hold on, let me look. It's right here. Flourish was the tag I used. Or tag. Stencil. They're shaped like tags. So that's the stencil I used. I used walnut stain ink along the burlap tag to edge it with. And then I just used some ephemera pieces from my collection. Like this is a tag that Terry Paper Lover gave me. These are some from K & Company collections that I have, like a little ephemera pack, so I kind of aged them and added distress ink to them and just stuck them down with my matte medium. And then he had sewn his. I didn't. I just added one that was sewn, and then I added a piece of seam binding with a little clip with some buttons. I added a little charm here from the Tim Holtz collection, the arrow, some of that ribbon from the Tim Holtz collection. He used his new quilled dye. I can't get my hands on it. So I just added a few colored flowers. This one I actually made. And so I always try to use those. And this is added with the memo pin, and you can't really see it because it's all tucked in at this point. And that's where that is hanging from. And then that little spritzer bulb I use with the black marker to go over everything. It's really subtle and not coming through on the camera. So there's that tag. I'm really loving the tags this year. Okay, so then here's the June tag. And with June, I really got the idea as texture and simplicity. So I really ran with both. So the tag itself, again, just the number 8 manila tag. I did the same background technique that he did. I just didn't use what he used. So I colored the tag with the Distress Stain paint spritz. Sorry, not the paint. and I use the fossilized amber as the base color. So I sprayed the tag, then dried it. Then I used the Blossom, the Blossom stencil, and I added color, 3 different colors of blues to the stencil and smushed it on, added some water, then smushed it on. And that's how I got this interesting background texture. It looks almost mottled, and you can't really see it, but it was flowers. And then I distressed it and added the walnut stain again, ink to those edges, and that was it. Very simple. I added 3 different pieces of torn medium over here. There's a piece of vellum, there's a piece of corrugated paper from a DCWV stack, and a piece of mica, and those were all attached with matte medium. I added one of those little embellishments from Tim Holtz. Hanging from it is one of the little metal pieces. This is some trim from Michael's, from their clearance bin, and it was from one of their impulse bins. And again, I picked it because of the texture. Excuse me. And I just, again, sprayed a little bit of that fossilized amber on it. And then he used the coffee dye. I don't have it, so I thought butterflies would look good on the floral background. Again, you can't see that it's flowers, but believe me, they were flowers. So I thought butterflies would go good with it. So I got out that butterfly dye, that it's a dye and an embossing folder. So I got out a few different textures to go with what I felt was the theme. And so I wanted some different feels. This is vintage music paper. This is just a piece of textured paper, and it's pearlized. I got out this piece of vellum that already had leaves on it, and then just a piece of regular paper. So I ran this and this and this, so the 3 different pieces of paper. I cut them and then ran them through the embossing paper. There, my gosh, embossing folder, and this one I just cut. And I just set them on here, and I distressed them with tea dye and brought out the veining, and then glued the centers down. And I thought it would be fun to do some metal bodies, so these were the game spinners, and I thought it was a good way to use some of the smaller game spinners that I have a bunch of, and so I left those as is. And I wanted to cover the little holes in the game spinners, and so I went through and I found my little metal roses. Well, they were bright colors. I didn't mind the orange or yellow, because it looks good with the background. But there were purples and bright blues, and when I ordered them, I didn't realize how bright the colors were. So I took them in the back, and I had found this little spoon that had been given to me, and I took them in the back and I just spray painted them white. So that's where these came from. And so then I called it quits. Again, the simplicity. And it looks rather busy to me, even for the simplicity of it. And I think it's because of all the textures. Your eye has a lot of places to look, but yet there's not too much. And so there you have it. There's those 2 tags. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.